Got the whole gang here and we packing a lip. Got all the hoes here and we packing a lip.
All right, let's watch 6 crocodile encounters you should avoid watching.
That Woodford will shit on your house dog.
Speaking of house dogs, look at here. Little dog. I want to
Hello. That's not a house dog. He's outside.
He's a kayak dog. I still want to on him, mate.
These 6 horrifying crocodile encounters could very well be...
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Listen, this is the voice of a man.
These videos will make your little nuggets itch.
This is going to make your peg leg shiver me timbers.
You'll shit up into the air when you watch these.
Your shit's going to go back in your colon.
These 6 horrifying crocodile encounters could very well be the reason you never go near water again.
Don't believe
Number
you? Didn't
1.
ask.
Near Grand Harbor, Texas, YouTuber Jordan Armacost decided to bring his dog Arya on an exciting kayaking trip. Those waters were unfortunately infested with hungry alligators. The man immediately pulls his dog away from the ledge as he spots the head of an alligator poking out of the water, probably waiting for its chance to snatch poor Arya away.
Arya, come here. Arya, come here. Come here. Come here. I for real think that was a gator right there.
And forced to pull his dog back after seeing another gator head.
You better stay down here, girl. Sit down. Sit down. Oh, all right, stay. Stay. Hey.
Now seriously fearing for his and Arya's lives, he turns the kayak around and paddles as fast as he can away from those dangerous predators. I hope he doesn't go back there with his dog anytime soon.
So do I. We are thinking the same.
Last Cast Louie and his friend decided that it...
That's an ominous name.
Louie?
Last. Yes. But also...
Louie Oosthuizen.
The last day I'm alive, Louie.
anytime soon.
The fucking name.
Number 2. Australian YouTuber Last Cast Louie and his friend decided that it was a perfect day to go out and catch some fish. After arriving on an island, they begin looking around in hopes to find the perfect spot.
They ended up only finding Jeffrey Epstein with a loaded AR-15 rifle.
Eventually, they come across a remote billabong and decide to settle there for the day. After multiple attempts, they finally manage to catch a fish, but unfortunately struggle to get it out of the water safely.
Thing's
Man's
massive.
hooked up to a barrel. Decent size. Don't snap that.
He's hooked up to D's.
Ah,
He's hooked up to D's.
that makes sense.
I've seen this before.
Okay.
That's what happens when you're fishing in the dark. You get hooked up to D's.
Don't snap that.
That hairy
Drag it along,
pussy.
along. Walk it. We gotta be so careful of crocs right now.
As Louie approaches the water to grab the fish with a stick, you can clearly see the head of a terrifying crocodile poking out and staring them down. Still, thankfully unharmed by any of the predators, they put the fish back into the water and try to catch a few more. A few minutes go by when Louie spots the bubbles of a crocodile swimming in their direction, most likely waiting for its chance to attack.
Just there. I don't know if you can see the bubbles. I'll try to zoom in. It's definitely a croc making its way across here, straight towards us. So creepy.
Luckily, they both realize that staying there is too risky and decide to call it a day. I can't even begin to explain how lucky those two got.
Well, why don't you try, mate? Begin to explain it to me, mate.
Yo, thank you for the 21 months.
I can't believe somebody would laugh at that.
How does anyone find that funny?
4. An Australian man was out with some friends near a remote river in hopes to have some fun.
Tying himself to a tree. in hopes that a gator would eat his hairy pussy.
Having tied a rope to a tree branch, he gets ready to swing himself into the seemingly safe waters. What happens next might shock you.
We'll see about that.
The way that he frames these videos, it's like reading an article about it.
Yeah.
Like where they want you to get to the ads.
Yeah. Oh!
The crocodile.
That scared the shit out of me. I thought I saw it. Dude, I thought I saw that. I swear, for a second, I was like, is that what it is? And then I didn't think it was.
Oh, my lord. Not gonna lie. It did.
What happened next did shock me.
It did kind of shock me. According to the GoPro footage, I was kind of shocked.
Crocodile thankfully missed its bite. Now under shock, the man immediately swims back to shore and gets...
The man immediately starts shitting down his leg to entice the gator to bite once again.
out of the water as fast as he can. I have no doubt that this day scarred him for life. Danny and his buddies from the Swamp and Stomp YouTube channel are on an average duck hunting trip in Florida where they didn't really expect much to happen. After a few hours of successful hunting, they unfortunately spot a huge alligator eating one of the poor ducks that was shot down earlier. Since they were just about to leave anyway, the man filming tries to cross the swamp to get to his canoe on the other side, but the hungry predator refuses to let him go so easily. After his first warning shot, the man continues to walk back towards his canoe when he notices that the beast is unfortunately still following him. This is when he decides to shoot his second shot in order to really prevent the dangerous animal from coming any further. Thankfully, it gives up on its hopes for a nice meal and quits following him around.
Thing was probably like,
You can
how the
clearly
fuck did
see
you
the
do that?
impressive size of the alligator as he
It was probably like, how in the hell did you just make the water explode like that?
This man has big boomstick. I don't understand the thunder stick. Why does he
He's
have...
like, I was about to get a whole fucking month's worth of food, and then all of a sudden the water exploded. I'm like, what in the hell?
Why does my ham sandwich have big thunder stick?
passes by it in his canoe. Let's just say that you wouldn't want a thing like that anywhere near you. Numbers.
They probably said, what the hell?
YouTuber John Meslin and his son Cameron were at their local pond trying to have a fun fishing session,
Cameron looks like a
hoping that
dumbass.
everything would go as planned. As Cameron catches his first fish of the day and tries to proudly show it off to the camera, you can already begin to see the ripples in the distance from the approaching hungry alligator.
And it was on its crap. It was slipping out of my hands, and so it's heavy.
Thankfully, the kid turns around at the last second and notices the incoming danger. I think
Father,
they both know
the
what
dad
would
tried
have
to push him
happened
in.
if they hadn't spotted the predator in time.
Planned Parenthood.
Australian YouTuber Last Cast Louie and his friends were out
Again?
fishing some barramundi when they caught something that absolutely no one expected. After finally finding the right spot to fish, one of the guys almost immediately catches something that seems unusually heavy.
Yeah, good fish. Good fish.
It was a particle.
What? Bro, that's big. What just happened? What just happened? Big. Is it just kicked and then just stopped.
They eventually begin seeing bubbles floating to the top, which leads them to unfortunately suspect the worst.
Look at the bubbles.
Oh, that's a croc.
Oh, look at the bubbles, man. Bro, no, don't pull it up. Don't pull it up. Don't pull it up. Holy look at that! Oh, bro!
Having likely ate the fish that was originally caught, the crocodile now has the fishing lure completely stuck in its mouth. Refusing to risk hurting the animal,
He flies a drone. He flies a drone. he puts a he places C4 on his drone.
He calls in a recon drone kill streak to examine the area.
It's the bomb drone.
Fly it in the mouth of the gator, mate.
the boys decide that they will attempt to cut the fishing line as close to the mouth as possible.
Super close.
Holy, man.
Understandably proud of themselves, they simply move on with their day like nothing happened. A Florida man on a simple kayak came across an enormous alligator that didn't seem too happy to have a visitor. At first, he picks up his camera after spotting the animal in the water just a couple feet away from him.
And I drifted over a shadow right here. I'll show you what it is. This is about a 7 or 8 foot alligator. I'm actually about to drift right over, and it's pretty scary.
Unfortunately, his boat begins to slowly drift towards the predator, which now leads him to begin to worry about his safety.
Oh, hope he doesn't freak out.
Now, just inches away, the intimidating animal takes a few steps back, but eventually stops to stand its ground. The man simply lets the boat completely pass over it and sits there in disbelief. Number 3. A few men's peaceful canoeing expedition quickly turned into a nightmare when their seemingly average crocodile encounter became a life-threatening situation. While paddling on the narrow river, the man recording jumps in fear after spotting a huge crocodile head popping out of the water in the distance.
Right there, big, huge.
He zooms in to capture the sheer size of the animal when it suddenly disappears back into the murky water.
Coming around. It's coming this way.
Holy shit.
The camera stops recording, and what happens next, sadly, remains a mystery.
That is unreal.
Number 1.
That is unreal.
Number 1.
So I started blasting.
In Central Florida, 2 men tried their luck at catching a baby alligator from a pond when the nearby mother unfortunately...
And you can't see shit because of the suggested video.
Well, I rode to the zoo about 9 o'clock.